Alright folks, after a long break, here we are in round 2. We definitely want to be on the play. This hand is fine. We're a little bit land light with a bunch of 4-drops, but Jackal Pup on 1. How can I mulligan this? Hiya! A lot of the decks in the format are sort of dirtling for many of the early turns anyway. So getting a Jackal Pup on the play is probably representing at least like 4 to 6 damage. Even if our opponent has like an elf here or something, we can just Seal Fire it down and keep the train going. Alright, that's annoying because I can't sack the Seal of Fire. I'm going to leave the Seal in play. Yeah. We do have FTK to get rid of it eventually. Let's just go ahead and trade the Jackal Pup. I imagine our opponent played the Revoker there, hoping to tie up our Seal of Fire, so I don't mind doing this. Alright. Land? Nice. Let's go ahead and just get Koth onto the field. This represents... I just untapped the Summoning Sick land. Ugh, that's super annoying. So yeah, Magic Online doesn't do a great job of like pointing out to you which one is sick. I mean, you can right-click it and it'll tell you newly controlled, but I just wasn't paying attention there. So we should have had our opponent at 14. All right, Pelucranos is pretty annoying. We do, however, have an answer to it between FTK and Seal of Fire. All right, let's tap all of these guys. FTK our opponent's Pelucranos. Seal of Fire it down. And not pick a Summoning Sick Mountain this turn. Alright, so if we had been playing a little bit better, our opponent would be at 10 right now. Thragtusk. Ugh, Thragtusk is such a beating. So I think that means what I want to do here is just... I could just Emblem. Koth Emblem actually seems pretty decent. Let's play our land. Let's attack. Okay. And let's go ahead and get our Koth Emblem. But let's cast Siege Gang Commander this turn. And pass. I think Koth Emblem is just so good throughout the late game that we want it. Unless our opponent has some way of reanimating the Thragtusk, like it represents a way for us to just win the game. And then if our opponent like doesn't mount a significant threat, we can just gun down the Beast and cast Hellrider, or one short. Alright. Opponent can attack us here for some damage. Attacking us for 8. Puts us to 10. I think that's okay. Let's go ahead and zap our opponent down to 18. Okay, so I can play Hellrider and Bushwhacker. Is that just game? So if I play Hellrider, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 off of Hellrider, and then 6, 9. I mean, yeah, unless our opponent has a removal spell here, this is game. However, if they have a removal spell, we probably lose, so whatever. Let's just go for it. Nice. Alright, so what do we want here? Against this opponent, a lot of our A lot of our like small damage spells aren't quite as good. Let's take a look. Hmm. So I think what I want here is something like maybe Frenzied Goblin is decent. Skullcrack actually looked pretty decent there. And what's Boros Reckoner looked awesome. I think Chainwalker again. Maybe just Chainwalker shouldn't have been in the deck. Maybe Chainwalker should have been like maybe War Marshal or Outpost Siege. Outpost Siege again seemed decent, but I think I don't need it. Well, we're on the draw, so maybe Outpost Siege is just nice to have, and maybe we can just get rid of something in here. I don't know, these all look nice. Like our opponent's attacking for damage, so like it makes Chandra a little bit more awkward, but let's cut the Incinerate, I think, and let's just run like this. Magic Online having a little trouble there. Alright, this hand's great. Get Dragon Fodder on 2, work our way up to Fiery Confluence. Fiery Confluence is kind of insane, actually. Like, it's just 4 mana, 6 damage. With this hand, it seems kind of amazing. Alright, we got a Brimstone Volley as well. Brimstone Volley, very good with Dragon Fodder. Like, we can just chump block and then either take down something huge or, you know, dome our opponent. Okay, let's see what they name here. Probably Koth would be my guess, yeah. Makes a lot of sense. Let's play our Dragon Fodder out. Our hand looks great. We have access to Searing Spear or Brimstone Volley next turn, and FTK the following turn. Is this each creature? Okay, so yeah, we're definitely not going to be using the Guy's Cradle. Kadama's Reach, oh my god. Whoops. Alright, our opponent's going off here. So I think what I want to do is attack with 1 token, leave 1 back to block. The reason I want to leave 1 back to block is that I want to have access to Brimstone Volley if my opponent decides to get kind of frisky here. Like if they decide to like play, you know, what's his name? Surak. If they play Surak here and then, you know, give their team haste or whatever. All right, Garrick. Yikes. Garrick's kind of a problem. You know. So what's my play? My play is to kill the beast. Untap here. Just FTK this down. That doesn't seem very good. Maybe I shouldn't have killed the beast there. Maybe I should have just attacked. We definitely want to go after Garrick here. Okay. Yeah, maybe I just kill Garrick. As lame as that is. That does put us quite a bit behind, but I think it was worth it there. Especially because it looks like our opponent has, well, and they're probably just going to play something post-combat. Morph. So we know that that's, no, we don't know what that is. All right, I think our line here is pretty clear. We just go ahead and FTK the Morph. If it's Den Protector, that's pretty annoying for us, but I don't see how we can play around that. Yeah. They buy back Garrick probably, yep. We can gun down Garrick with Fiery Confluence, I guess. It's annoying if we had access to one more mana, we could have tech edged our opponent's Gaia's Cradle, which would have been nice, but as it is, we look pretty far behind at this point. We haven't dealt nearly enough damage to our opponent, and they're going to untap here with a Garrick. Or well, Garrick is the card that we know that they're going to have access to, so they could play something even better, which is pretty awful for us. I think that what this means, though, is that we're probably just tech edging our opponent's Gaia's Cradle this turn, playing a land, and trying to draw something nice. We still have some okay draws in the deck. All right, Outpost Siege actually may change that equation. Let's go ahead and play our Mountain. I think we still want to, yeah, we still definitely want to tech edge the Gaia's Cradle. But let's go ahead and play Outpost Siege. Or well, do we want to play Outpost Siege? Maybe instead we want to let's kill Garrick now. So let's deal 4 to our opponent, kill the Revoker. And let's just go ahead and kill the Gaia's Cradle now. Do I want to get rid of this beast? I think the answer is no. I think I just... Let's see, if I attack with everything, he trades the beast and takes 2 down to 15. Yeah, I think that's okay. I don't think I'm obligated to do that yet. We have more answers to the beast in our deck, and we can just like slam Outpost Siege next turn. All right, well, our opponent has Thragtusk, yeah, so we're in for a long game here. We'll take 3 here. All right, Seal of Fire, not an awful draw, but not a great draw either. It's not awful because we get to play it this turn. Let's go Cons. It allows us to use a token to trade against like Thragtusk, for instance. So do I want to trade FTK? Probably not. Opponent has plenty of cards in hand. This is where we need to start like making our stand or whatever. But we're going to be drawing 2 cards a turn. So as long as we can survive for the next few turns, it feels okay. Ugh, Reclamation Sage, gosh. Please target my Seal of Fire. No. Alright. Jeez. That's a beating. Did they see anything? They only saw Seal of Fire in game 1. Okay, so let's go ahead and block here and sack our Seal of Fire to kill it. Alright, we're going to draw Jackal Pup. Jackal Pup, not the card that I wanted to see. Definitely have to pass here because we don't want to trade FTK for the Reclamation Sage. Opponent's got a pretty interesting deck, sort of green-black value. It's the kind of deck that beats up on, mono red usually. You just play a lot of 2-for-1s, and eventually red just slows down. I think we did make some mistakes with the Searing Spear and the Brimstone Volley. I think I should have just untapped and done the play that we did eventually of Fiery Confluencing down the Garrick and the what's it called? The Revoker. Okay, so these blocks are pretty easy. Yeah. All right, now I do have to trade. Like our life total is becoming pretty at risk. Dark Petition. That can't be good for us. They do not have... Yeah, they do not have Spell Mastery, so... There are 2 or more, yeah, so... They don't have Spell Mastery, so whatever they get here... It's for next turn. Chandra's Phoenix wasn't bad. Chandra's Phoenix represents a way for us to keep putting through damage. The fact that our opponent just got to tutor for whatever card they want. Okay. Ow. Oh, alright. That was sweet. Opponent's sweet deck going off there. Alright. Just put Pelucranosugan and Craterhoof into play. Seems good. I definitely felt that I want to be more aggressive than I was that game. So I think Incinerate and Chainwalker are back in. Actually, War Marshal is also going to be back in. Outpost Siege is out on the play. Everything else seems okay here. Let's see. I want to make 2 cuts. 2 cuts from this. Maybe Siege Gang is just a little bit too slow. I'm going to cut that. And I guess Chainwalker is still not great. Yeah. Oh, I definitely want Skullcrack. Yeah, Skullcrack's in. Okay, all right. We're going to try this sort of more lean, aggressive deck. Actually, no. Siege Gang stays in. I want to like get as much as I can off of Hell Rider and Goblin Bushwhacker like we did in Game 1. So I guess that means like Firecraft is out. Like our opponent doesn't have any counter spells. So yeah, this seems fine. Love to be on the play. Yeah, we can keep this. It's a fine little curve. It's not great. Definitely would prefer to have, you know, a 1-drop in this scenario, or just a creature in general. But we'll see. Definitely don't want to see Phyrexian Revoker this game. So maybe we'll try to bait it out with the Tech Edge. No, I guess it can't name Tech Edge, right? Opponent got Swamp. Please no Revoker. Alright, Explore. that actually might be worse. Alright, let's go ahead and get our tokens on board. If our opponent does something like play Pelucranos this turn, we're going to be in some pretty big trouble. Don't actually know what we're going to do against that. Alright, Baloth. It's annoying because our Skullcrack is down. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and let's cast Koth. It's plus and not plus on our newly controlled one. Let's attack. Alright, this is okay. I mean, the block here means that our opponent has some other good stuff to play, but we are still capable of playing like a 5-drop next turn if we want, because we can Koth to untap to get ahead on mana. So this is probably Thrag. Okay, what else? What else is also pretty scary? FTK. FTK is good. I think it's worth playing here. Just uses the most out of our mana this turn in a nice way. I guess I could like leave up Skullcrack because we do know that our opponent has Thragtusk, but I think the opportunity of getting in here for 7 sort of counteracts Thragtusk anyway. And we have Bolt to kill Thragtusk if we need it. 7. Yeah. All right. Chandra is interesting. I think I'm just going to go with that. Plus Chandra, hitting Thragtusk. And we'll leave back one Goblin. Or actually, maybe 2 Goblins, just in case. We just have to hope that our opponent doesn't play like an Ugin here. Because if they play Ugin, we're just very dead. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, if it was Ugin, they would have slammed it, so... Maybe that's a point in our favor. We have 8 points of burn in hand. So if our opponent doesn't have much this turn, I think we've got it. But if they have an Ugin, I don't think we can win. Like, we can deploy 8 points of burn, but then like our opponent just races to ultimate pretty quickly. All right, Tooth and Nail. Tooth and Nail we could beat, maybe. I'm assuming they're putting... Oh, they're searching? Oh, yeah, sweet. So if they're searching, we win, I believe. Because we just have, yeah, we just have 8 points of burn in hand, and then we can just do the same play. Yeah, so I think we got this one. Nice. So let's Thragtusk here. Let's Firebolt the Deathrite Shaman. Let's Skullcrack. I mean, we have a lethal on board, but whatever. Lightning Bolt. Don't think there are any free fogs in the game. Real cute. All right, well we're 2-0 now with mono red, so let's try it out in the finals.